You want to do something fun? You want to go to Taco Bell?
Oh my God!
Endorphins make you happy. Happy people just don't shoot their husbands.
Speaking of illegal, like, have you ever, like, committed a crime?
Yes. One time I stole red underwear from the department store. My mother wouldn't buy them for me. She said they were Satan's panties.
Having a girls' night tonight.
Girls' night? What does that entail?
Well, you know, girls get together, hang out, share girl talk.
I'm a girl.
Come on. Girls' night, girls' night.
Hello, everybody. What's up? And welcome to Inside the Booth, my favorite edition, Girls' Night. I am Tabitha, hosting for this evening, and I am looking forward very much to this evening show, as I am pretty much to every show, and especially to Girls' Night every single time, because it's Girls' Night, but not just for the ladies. We like to take pop culture and movie reviews and just kind of mix them in with a little bit more intrigue, mystery, interest, fascination, wonder, and awe, and many other adjectives that I don't feel like using right now. But if you've been here before, then you know you're in for quite the treat. So please feel free to like this video already. Vanquish it, because you know it's going to be good. And I have a wonderful list of ladies for the show this evening. Some familiar faces, some new, and I can't wait to get to it. But of course, be sure to check out the description box down below for additional information about all of our guests and different information about our channel here, as we like to go live every Tuesday and every Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do movie reviews, we do trailer reviews. We have a lot of fun here inside the booth. But you know what? Let's just cut to the chase. Let's bring on the ladies. Am I right? Am I right? I am right, because of course I'm a woman. I'm always right. But anyway, thank you all for being here. We've got the wonderful Maria. She's been here numerous times, a fan favorite.
You guys know that I love Ladies' Night. Girls' Night is like the best edition.
It's the best night ever.
Yes.
And you've brought yourself a little friend.
Yes. It's just that I saw your beautiful hat and I thought, no, I have to have something white and red, because I do have your
You do? Is that a Canadian bear?
Bear. It's a Canadian bear, so it's like, that but you
limited
can't see
edition
it.
Canadian bear. Yeah,
You can't see it. So I have my Christmas bunny with me.
He looks like Horatio. I don't know if you have a name for them already, but I like it. But Maria is all over the place on the internet. Again, you can find her information in the description box. She does movie reviews on After the Weekend, and when she can find the time, she is an amazing storyteller on unlocking lore. And of course, her Twitter handle is in the description box down below as well. Follow Maria. You won't be disappointed, or you might be, because she's really busy and hasn't told a lot of stories lately, but we're going to fix that. It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
So next, you've seen her here before as well. We have Dani from Comics and Cosmetics.
Looking gorgeous.
Looking fabulous. Even with bangs. I tried to tell her she looked fantastic. And she was like, look, never cut your bangs when you're feeling foul.
I don't know how you do it, but you always look gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you're talking to her? Okay.
Okay, both of you always look gorgeous.
Look, I understand.
To respond to Maria, I'm just a black belt in makeup. That's all that is.
Ooh, I like that.
I like that idea.
Like, I understand that I'm not in my normal surroundings. I'm traveling for the holidays, and so just bear with me. I understand. Look, this is the best I've got. Don't hate me.
Okay. Well, you're doing good because I swear to you, I have told Dave at least a couple times when I'm talking about you, like, that girl is too nice for being that pretty. Like, when you're that pretty, normally you're not that nice. And she's so wonderful.
Well, it's the internet. You can pretend to be anything you want. I'm really a hateful, spiteful creature. But no, but Dani does really awesome
Very hard to believe.
chats. And let's just take this away from me now. Let's talk about Dani. Dani does some awesome reviews and discussions on her channel, Comics and Cosmetics, and she brings a really interesting element. A lot of times she will do her makeup in theme with the pop culture topic that she's discussing. She did an amazing She-Hulk makeup there, and she and I did a collaboration where we did Bob Ross. I painted an oil painting and she painted it on her face, like on her eyelids, guys. She had happy trees, clouds, mountains, and everything. And so be sure to check her channel out. We're going to go ahead and bring on a new face here this evening. You may have seen her around the Twitterverse. We have Rhetorical Thrill, also known here as Rhett, which I'm totally vibing. And you do quite a bit of movie reviews yourself. You tend to review movies that I have never even heard of. Like, that's how I found you. You did some fairy movie.
Yeah,
like,
that was a weird one. That was a
What
weird
was the
one.
fairy movie?
Strange Magic, it was called.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like a jukebox musical. And yeah. I found out later, apparently it's supposed to kind of be a riff on Midsummer Night's Dream, which could have fooled me because I didn't see that. Not at all.
Oh,
it was weird. They did some interesting things with it, but overall it was weird. And I don't like jukebox musicals either. I think they're lazy.
And I just recently watched your one of your Shrek ones, and that was funny.
Okay.
So you've got some snarkiness there that I dig very much. So again, more pop culture, more that's what I love about Ladies' Night too, Girls' Night, is that we're bringing trying to find females and bring them together, because like, as Maria and I know, when we go visit other people's channel, it's all dudes, and like we're like
it's all dudes.
So this is nice to bring us all together. And so
I get that. I tend to hang out with mostly dudes, but the vibe is different though. It's a different vibe, and I like it. I like that you get more variety. I think I think we act different when it's just girls.
True.
Yeah, I think because we can know where we're coming from in a lot of different ways on a lot of topics. And speaking of, not dudes, but our last female panelist is Michelle from Force of Light Entertainment.
Hello.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I'm super excited. I tease her and I tease her sister a lot because I'm like, it's not really, we don't get the full bundle pack. I feel like it was, I thought it was like buy one, get one free when I invited her on here, but but I am happy to have Michelle here. I love the way that she has conversations about. He's like, wait, she got paid?
I'm still waiting for that check.
Right. Aren't we all? But I love you and your sister when you do movie reviews. It's really fun to watch. You're right out the gate with your opinions about stuff, and Natalie just kind of hangs in the back of it. Every now and then she just kind of like mentions this thing, and it's just so funny. It's just whimsical. I love it. And I really enjoy your stream.
Phenomenal.
I know you guys have like the best hair. Always. True. I kind of hate you a little bit.
Stylist, salon owner.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Your hair is perfect.
And if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, but do we have 3 members of Red 5 here this evening?
I think so.
Yeah.
Actually,
okay. My bad.
I'm in a new network called The Barn, and
that's right. I did see that. Yeah. Well, we have 2 members and a former. So look, it's like a family, or so like a high school reunion.
I still have the Red 5 tattoo, covered. It's not coming off. So Rose said once Red 5, always Red 5. So
I like it. Oh man, that sounds like a really awesome high school slogan. So see what I'm saying? It's like high school. But so tonight we've got everybody here. And of course, again, be sure to check out the description box down below. We all do some really cool stuff. And look, Michelle, who else is ready?
I'm ready for Christmas.
She's ready. I am ready. Let us go ahead and get into tonight's topic. We are doing Christmas movies that get us in the feels, the naughty and the nice. And when I say the naughty, I don't mean the Magic Mike feels. I'm talking about the not feel good feels. Just to clarify here. But if you are new to Girls' Night, we do basically like just one at a time, our top 3 get us in the good feels Christmas movies, and then we're going to do 2 that are not so well. I'm going to start us off. And again, thank you everybody for showing up. Hit that like button while you're here, and we appreciate you. We'll get to your comments in a little while, but I'll go ahead and go first. So the Christmas time, of course, we love presents, candy, all this kind of stuff. But it seems like movies are a big part of Christmassy culture, I would say, right? And so my first movie that gets me in the feels every year, that's like the movie I've got to watch, would have to be Home Alone 2. Not 1, right? It's
not 1.
Not 1. It needs to be 2. I don't know why. I mean, I kind of do, but I don't know why at the same time. So I think it has to do a lot with the city and the snow and the lights. There's just something about Christmas in the city that for some reason screams Christmas to me, that gets me in the feels. Like between that and the music with the choir singing and everything like that, and just, I don't know, something about Home Alone 2 really brings the Christmas spirit to me. I don't mind watching the first one, but I need to see the second one. That just puts me in such a Christmassy spirit. Maybe it has to do with the giving. Maybe it has to do with the charity towards the children. And I love the compassion that Kevin has for the pigeon lady, right?
It's true. It's a beautiful.
I think that in this movie, there are so many elements to it that scream true meaning of Christmas. You know, you've got family, and you have giving to others, and you have compassion towards the outcast. And, you know, if you're a religious person and you really believe in the story of Christ and what he came to do, that really speaks to me on a level, because I'm like, that's what we should be doing at Christmas time, is caring for other people. Even if you're not religious, just it makes you feel good to be nice to other people. And so I really see that in this movie. And so for me, that is my first one, my go-to top, get me in the good feels Christmas movie. Does anybody else prefer 2 over 1?
Do you know, I actually haven't watched those in so long. Like, I really need to go back and watch both of them. Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
I watched the first one a lot. The first one a lot, but not the second one so much. But I never really cared for it as much. But it has been a while.
I still to this day cringe at all the antics that Kevin does, like especially the nail through the foot in the first one. And then the brick. I have to look away every time when he
takes up to 11.
When he throws the brick off of the ceiling and it hits, or off the roof and it hits, every time I can't look. I can feel it. It's a 3D movie. I can feel it coming at me.
I have more of a nostalgia for the first one, I guess, because it was like the one that it started off, you know. Okay. And I guess I can understand where you can get from, because he is in New York and there is like a lot of, you know, like the Christmassy vibe. You have the huge Christmas tree, like in the middle of a plaza. But I have to say that I would like probably go for 1.
Okay. I love the Christmas at the hotel too, with all the presents. I'm like, I love that. Yeah. But so Maria, what would you say? And hey, Mrs. R2 the Icky, what is up? What would you say?
Okay, so I don't know if you can share what I just put up. Yeah. So this is my go-to Christmassy thing. So
I don't know this movie.
So this is called The Star, and this is actually done by the brother of a really, really good friend of mine. Is like almost like my best friend. He is a producer, and he did the story of the story of like Jesus, but through the lens of the donkey that took Jesus and Mary and Joseph to Bethlehem before he was born.
Okay, so it's kind of like Small One. Have you ever seen Small One?
No.
Okay, it's kind of like the story of little boy with his donkey. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
It's an old film.
So the thing is that I just love this movie because, it's like super nice and it's funny. It has so many like great lines, so funny, and it just gets me like in the very, very Christmassy spirit. Like you just said, like if you're a religious person, it depends. Like you know the meaning of Christmas and things like that. So this is like my first go-to movie.
Aww.
but I am like a very, very Hallmark lover. I love Hallmark movies. They make me, they can get me into the
I knew
spirit
that was going to come up. Somebody was going to. All right, I'll save it. I'll save it.
I have my Hallmark movie also.
Okay, I'll allow it because this is, you know, where I'm streaming, it's America, so you're allowed to like whatever you like. So, well, Dani, that being said, curious to see what yours is.
Oh, I have kicked this around for you, Tabitha, because
I know you. I know it's coming. Yeah. I know it.
Oh, I don't think you know what this one is. I did tell you one of them, and you're like, ah!
Well, I was like, don't tell me because I want to be surprised.
Well, here's the thing. It's adorable that I'm still able to surprise you, even though I'm always the oddball. There's the one with the weird
We're
stuff.
nerd girls. We're all oddballs.
But I operate off of the idea that if part of what's going on in the movie, part of the premise, the setting is Christmas, it is inherently a Christmas movie. And I can't help it. It was raised in the 80s, and we had some twisted ideas of what constitutes a children's movie and what constituted a Christmas movie. So, but I'd say my first two are fairly normal. Number 3 for me is probably A Christmas Story.
Wait. Did you just do all 3 of your movies?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a minute. I got confused there. Sorry.
No. I would mention my number 3 favorite, happy whatever Christmas movie is A Christmas Story.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I mean, it's got everything. It's hilarious, and you really relate to this kid. I mean, it felt like the first time I saw a movie where it really was from my perspective, with all his little internal dialogues and daydreams and fantasies.
I have had those internal dialogues. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, how many times you're like, I'm going to write this for school, and it's going to be so amazing that they're going to have a whole assembly just to talk about how great my essay was.
Yes.
I've done. Nobody.
And I was homeschooled.
Yeah, got assemblies for every great project you did. The whole. You said you were homeschooled. Get it?
Yeah.
So you should have gotten that reaction for every single thing you did.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
but I didn't. And that's why I'm broken inside. Yeah, Christmas Story. I mean, that's a staple in our family. Like, it's one of my dad's favorites. So when we get together, Christmas Story. Yeah.
Have you guys seen the new one that came out, A Christmas Story Christmas?
I have not. I was really surprised to see the trailer.
Oh, good. I was a little worried at first. I was like, oh no. Usually when they do this, it's a money grab,
Right.
But it was
the
good.
nostalgia bait.
It was good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna hold you to that.
I saw they had the same guy. They had Peter Billingsley again. Same guy. Mm-hmm. So I think the mom had to be recasted because she passed, didn't she? The actress, I thought
the dad did.
I know the dad did, but I thought the mom did too. Now I'm suddenly not sure. But either way, I mean, you do what you got.
She actually only did like 3 movies. She was in Harry and the Hendersons, Christmas Story, and Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. And then she just didn't. I don't think she was acting anymore after that.
Well, she made her staple on the world, didn't she? What does the piggy eat? My mom's least favorite scene. She hates that scene.
The sad thing is that I would let my 6-year-old do that if it would work, but she wouldn't even do that. The kid does not eat. I cannot make the kid eat.
No,
and it's so frustrating. She's just like that kid, I swear.
We were never allowed to do that. My mom would have. She would rather open up our mouths, tape it open. Yeah, exactly. We went hungry at our house.
Get the plumber's helmet and shove it in.
So Rhett, that means
you get hungry enough that you'll
this was my mom's point of view. If you're hungry, you will eat it, and she didn't warm it up for us either. Rhett, what is your first Christmas feel good?
Are we going number 1 to number 3 or 3 to 1?
Yeah.
I was going 1 to 3. But...
Well, I think you probably guessed
I
number
think you
1.
went number 3.
You know you did. This is why I went first, and then Maria, went second, and I was like, Dani's not new here. She knows what to do, but she didn't. So, but that's
so
okay.
We're supposed to give you our top pick, and then
go down.
Okay. Well, then can I do it over?
You just do what you do. You just do it your way.
Girl, you do you.
Because my top pick is Die Hard.
I think
we'll
we
get
figured that out.
We'll get there. We'll just remember that when it's Dani's turn, everybody do it in reverse. All right. So, Rhett, you said, which one was it?
I think you can probably figure out my number 1.
Hang on. I gotta zoom in here.
Yeah,
why is the carpet all wet top? What?
That is from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
I don't remember that part.
That's after Clark has been trying to hang the lights and he ends up falling and hanging from the gutter, and the frozen tube of water goes flying through the neighbor's window. And by the time they get home, it's all melted, but their stereo's destroyed, their window's broken, they have no idea what's going on.
That's
and Julia Louis-Dreyfus is like walking around going, "Why is the carpet all wet, Todd?"
Okay.
And then he comes back to her with, "I don't know, Margot."
Margot. What an 80s name.
My husband has the matching shirt, which says, I don't know, Margot.
That's
and I'm going to have him wear it at Christmas, even though he hates the movie. But he is a good sport. So, but it's my favorite one because of when I was a kid at my extended family, at my dad's family, it was our Thanksgiving tradition was after you eat, we watch Christmas Vacation.
Okay.
And everybody, so just picture 25 people crammed in a living room watching this movie, reciting every line with it and laughing hysterically like it's the first time they've ever seen it. And
I don't love that. You can watch a movie.
Absolutely. But it's annoying to any outsider who comes into the situation. Okay. But it was fun for us. So it's my favorite. It's the first one I put on in Thanksgiving Day. It's the one I put on when I'm doing the decorations in the tree. And I mean, it's just, I don't know. It just is relatable. Everything goes wrong all the time. Everything nothing goes right. Everything gets ruined. But in the end, you just breathe a sigh of relief and I did it.
A job well done. Dan and I, my co-host of the show that we do normally, we have a series coming out here soon for the holidays of the worst Christmas movies ever. Okay. And National Lampoon, Christmas Vacation is not one of them. But I told him at the end of one of our shows, I'm like, why does it seem like Christmas Vacation is the staple for Christmas gone bad? Right. But it still somehow captures Christmas joy. And I think it's because just the spirit that the dad had. He was just determined to be merry and joyful. I don't know what all the magic was of that movie, but if you kind of watch all the, we reviewed several different movies that were supposed to be funny about rotten Christmases, like Christmas not turning out right. And they're just cringy. And somehow Christmas Vacation,
I think you relate to Clark because he starts off so positive and he tries and he tries and he tries to hold it. And then he has to break. He has to get broken so that he can build back up again. And I think that's something that kind of a lot of people, it's more relatable that way because we all just try. You try and try and try. And then eventually something it's just too much. But you can always come back from it. You can always come back from it. And I don't know. I love that. And it's just so quotable and it's just so funny.
Yeah. This is one of my dad's favorites as well. And I think I really should get him a certificate for Jelly of the Month Club just for fun. But okay, with that being said, we're going to end the first round. Well, really, we're ending Dani's third round, but we're ending the first round for the rest of us with Michelle. What is your go-to feel good, get you in the vibes Christmas movie?
Well, I was thinking it's I'm kind of like the Scrooge, I guess, because as a kid, I loved Christmas movies. I watched them all. They all came on TV. And as I've gotten older, I only really have one now that's a must go to. And that's what we just talked about, Christmas Vacation. There's other ones I like, but that's the only one that it's a must within the season for me.
Okay. Wow. What is it? What do you think it is about this movie that a lot of people are drawn to?
Well, I mean, I think it's just kind of like a genius, like comedy movie, honestly. I mean, one of those types of comedies that's just going to stand the test of time because it's unique. It's like a true comedy. It like at Christmas time, but it's like an intelligent comedy. Like it's not just dumb. Like it, like
that makes me think of not a Christmas movie, Thanksgiving movie, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, where it's both verbal, witty, funny, clever comedy, but also just hilarious slapstick. It's got both. And usually you don't get both, or if you get both, they don't do them both well, but this one does. Like the thing on the sled, I will never not find that hilarious. When he just takes off in a leaves a fire trail behind him. It's so dumb, but it's so funny.
I just recently, of course, watched this movie, and I think one of the brilliant things about this film is the fact that there are little things here and there that aren't at the forefront, but you catch. So every time you're watching, for example, like when they spill stuff, or they leave things in weird places, or they scratch themselves, like there's just like there are these little things, and I can't remember the exact moment even when they're in bed and he's like turning the pages, and it's like they're not really drawing, not until the end, they're not really drawing attention to the fact that his fingers, like you have to think some of these things when you're watching it. You have to remember, why are his fingers sticking to the pages of this tree? It's like, it's the tree sap, and then it's at the end where it gets really ridiculous. But they have a lot of these little tiny lead ups while the dialogue's going. And I think that's, for me, I think that's something that's brilliant about it. Let's see. So going into the second one, and this is okay. So I see we've got a little bit of an argument going on, friendly argument.
Always an argument about
a little friendly argument in the chat about Die Hard not being a Christmas movie, but Die Hard being a Christmas movie. And I'm going to bring up a Christmas movie that is not a Christmas movie, but a movie that gets me in the Christmas feels like all the time is going to be Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. That's right. I said it right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at that.
It's
so Christmassy.
It's not a Christmas movie, but I tell you what, it's like when it gets to the Christmas scenes, I feel Christmas. Like it just ignites the spirit for me when I see that scene, particularly in the first one. And not to sound cliche, because of course they are, wizards and stuff like that. Of course, they're at a school for magic, but there is something about that magical Christmassiness in there with the trees everywhere, and they're decorating them, and they're so gorgeous. And they actually have the snow falling down inside the building, and the fireplace is going, and it's just, there's something about that first one. And I know they have Christmas in several of the other ones, but that first one, I do. Even if I typically try to watch the first one around July or August when kids go back to school. So I'm like there with them, immersive. But when I watch that in the summertime, I'm feeling Christmas when it gets to that scene. I'm like, it just gets me every time. So I'd have to go, like, that gets me in the Christmas vibe, no matter what season. So Harry Potter and the Sorcerer, the Philosopher's Stone. That would be my second one.
That's fair.
Oof, yeah, it's a good one. That's a good one.
So, probably because I don't get to see snow really that often where I live. So something about snow just means Christmas to me. And I just love it.
Oh, I got snow now, thankfully. But it's I'm so happy. You have no idea. When it started snowing, it snowed like about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Like really snowed in Toronto, which never happens. And it was like one day. But that one day lasted for like 5 days until it all disappeared. But I was like so happy. I was like a little kid jumping up and it's like snowing. It's snowing.
If you don't get to see it regularly, it means a lot. So what's your second?
Okay. It has been really difficult for me to choose a second one. But this one always gets me no matter where I go, no matter what part of the year it is, what month of the year. And it's The Nutcracker, the ballet.
Okay.
So it's not a movie. I've watched the movies. There is a Nutcracker movie, which always kind of gets to me, but not as much as the ballet. so much that when I decorate my Christmas tree, I actually listen to the Nutcracker.
Oh, good. Nice.
Yeah,
Immersive.
Yeah, it really gets to me. It's like, for me, the Nutcracker and Christmas are like one. Yeah,
it is really interesting because it's like the music it was not like Christmassy music.
No,
but it is now.
It became Christmassy music. You hear the Sugar Plum Fairy song. That's Christmas. Like
that's Christmas.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Christmas.
So it's like the whole scene, like when they're in the party, and then afterwards, my most favorite part is when Claire is like in front of the tree, and the tree starts to grow because she actually gets smaller, and that part of like the music always gets to me. And I'm listening to it, and I'm like looking at my tree. I'm like, it's gonna grow, So yeah,
wishful thinking. It's gonna grow. That would be Christmas magic.
So yeah, that would be my second one.
I loved the Nutcracker. There was a cartoon that was made many eons ago.
Yes, in the 90s.
And it was really creepy with the Rat King.
Yes.
But I loved it, and it was beautiful. I'm glad you brought that up. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, it's a good choice for sure. Excellent. Dani, what is your number two favorite?
My number 2 is Christmas Vacation.
Okay.
Okay.
Of course.
I mean,
we need to know, is that on everyone's list?
I have confession. I have not seen a Christmas.
Yeah.
I have not seen a Christmas Vacation.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
Wait a minute. So what did you say? I didn't understand that language. Like,
Maria's been put into the corner of shame. So it's okay. Let me put everybody back where they were.
in the corner of shame. Every argument he presents to me about Die Hard not being a Christmas movie, I poke holes in, and I don't think he's like it. Yes, Lethal Weapon's a Christmas movie too. Okay, if there's Christmas music, there's Christmas going on. If it's on Christmas, it's a Christmas movie. Just saying. But anyway, Christmas Vacation.
I mean, everybody celebrates Christmas Day differently, so cheers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Fair.
Christmas Vacation is great, and I feel like there's something for everyone in the movie, and I mean that in the sense that it's relatable for everyone in the family. When you're a kid, you can relate with the kids, but when you're an adult, you really start, in a parent, you start really relating with Clark. Like, I'm working so hard all year long, and I just want to give my family a good Christmas. I just want them to like me and respect me and be proud of me and be like, thanks for all this stuff that you worked so hard for. And then everything just keeps working against him. And you just feel so sorry for him. And then the Christmas tree lights on fire because of the cat and you lose it, and you're like, yeah, you tell him, Clark. You tell him. And boss gives him that, what was it, Jam of the Month Club?
Jelly of the Month. I think the best part, honestly, is when the aunt says grace. I pledge allegiance. That's the best.
And Eddie stands up and puts his hand over his heart.
Like,
everyone just goes along with it.
Let's do.
Just go along with it. Oh, I love the aunt. Oh my gosh.
And the rockets, red glare.
And just for the record, if you Google Christmas movies, Die Hard 2 comes up.
Die Hard 2.
I told you.
Yes, it does comes up.
Wait, Dani, don't get too excited. Die Hard 1 does not show up. Die Hard 2. So sorry, the internet has spoken.
Movies, they both took place in Christmas, and I was just telling Rogue that.
I mean, if it's on the internet, it must be true. So that's what Abraham Lincoln said.
We're on the internet, so here we are speaking truth.
Oh, we're speaking your truth. Well, so Rhett, what is your second then?
My second is Home Alone. The first
one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's just, I mean, I was exactly that age group when it came out. You know, my dad took us to see it, although I think we went in like March. Because it was still in the theaters then. Yeah. But, you know, we had the tape, wore the tape out, watched it all the time. You know, I was the same age, you know, it was close to the same age as Macaulay Culkin, so there was a little bit of that going on thing. It's like, but it's just funny and fun, and it's just a perfect like movie for kids. And when you just grow up with it.
Yeah.
It's just part of the whole thing.
I would like to know what happened to Kevin.
Whenever someone gets beamed in the face.
I honestly hate movies like that, but I don't know why. Again, this movie works. Like, I don't really like watching movies where people get tortured and suffer, but somehow this movie
but this is for this one comedy.
Yeah,
right.
it's cartoon.
It's cartoonish.
It's slapsticky.
Exactly.
They're clearly not hurt, you know. You know, it's you know, I was gonna go with this. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of plot holes in it. There's a lot of things that, you know, don't make sense if you actually think about it, but I don't know. I can overlook all that stuff because it's just fun. Like
that's what good movies do. They allow for grace in plot holes because the overall film is well made and the acting is done well. Yeah, Home Alone. I mean, I always wanted to know what happened to Kevin. Like, that is a prodigy. Okay, did he become an engineer?
He had to have 100%.
Like, 100%. Why are they like? Don't you? Okay, I'm telling you this little rant here, but I just can't stand it when parents can't see the potential of their children, and then just like, like that's just like. Kevin is a genius.
I always thought it was funny that he was like the neglected one when he's the youngest of them. Usually,
this is true.
Not how it goes.
Yeah,
he was the baby, pampered,
and how do you forget a kid that hard? I have 4 of them, and I raised 4 of them mostly by myself their whole lives.
I do know some families that have forgotten children, but they were families of like 9 and 12.
My grandma once tried to take the wrong kid when we were
accidentally. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, we were on a road trip and it was just her and her partner and then like 9 grandkids and we stopped I think for food and she just grabbed one, started trying to drag him out to the van and
after a while, grandkids they all start looking alike.
I can imagine that. That was an awkward situation.
I can imagine. Phew. Well, Michelle, what's your second favorite?
Okay, well, probably like second movie that I've watched the most would be A Christmas Story because I mean, it was on all the time growing up as a kid. Like, I mean, they would have all day marathons of A Christmas Story.
Still do.
Yeah. I mean, it was just always on. So I really loved it as a kid. Now it's like I watched it so many times as a kid that I can't stand to watch it as an adult.
Yeah.
That for whatever reason I am that way. So I was gonna throw a curveball since you had kind of a curveball in yours, and I will say mine is.
I'm a trendsetter.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna go with my second favorite Christmas movie. Is The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Oh, probably.
I can see that.
And it does have Father Christmas.
Yes, it does.
Because, I mean, Santa Claus does show up and save the day, like at a point.
Yes, he does.
True.
He totally does.
Their gifts.
Yes. Literally.
Yeah.
So. Good choice. Good. It's good answer, Steve. It's up there. Good answer.
Wow. Yeah.
That is a beautiful choice. I've thought about that before too. I do like the Chronicles of, even though I have much against certain things of the film because I'm always like the book is better. As far as Christmas and things like that, they did a brilliant job. And you're right. It could be taken as kind of somewhat of a semi-Christmas film for sure. Good choice. My third, I can't say it always gets me in the feels because I've just recently, in the past like 2 years, discovered this film. It was actually given to me as a present. Let me see. I doubt a lot of you have seen this film because it's not really mainstream. I think it was one of those TV movies, basically, then directly to DVD. But it's actually, I love me some Dolly Parton. Okay, she can get
Dolly.
I've never seen this, but love Dolly.
She can get anybody in the feels for anything. Okay. And Dolly Parton's Christmas of Many Colors, the Circle of Love, it tells the story of like many of us, if we're familiar with her music, the Coat of Many Colors, and how her mom had a bunch of scraps and made her this coat because she didn't have one. And, she had like 9 brothers and sisters and stuff like that. And they all lived in this one room shack with her parents. And it goes on to talk about how her father never got her mother a wedding ring. by many people's standards, not Dolly's, but by many people's standards, they grew up poor. And so in this movie, they try to save up money so that the dad can buy his wife her first wedding ring. And there are different elements to the story. As far as like Blizzard, you know, and any good story, you've got arcs in the characters and different things like that. And it just kind of tells also how they celebrated Christmas with not having a lot of money, and that music was a big part of their life. And it's a really good feel good movie. Dan says this was her Hallmark movie. Technically not a Hallmark movie, so I can be okay with this film. If anybody's been watching Inside the Booth for a long time, I cannot stand Hallmark movies at all.
I've never actually seen one.
There's no point, because if you've seen one, you've literally seen 30.
I was very, very close. My last video I did on my channel was where I watched Love Actually, and I did a drinking game with it. Big bad mistake, I'll tell you that right now. But it is funny. I do think it is funny. I was this close to doing it with a Hallmark movie.
Right.
Very, very close to doing it.
So you say you've never seen a Hallmark movie. Let me give you the gist of 47 and a half.
You can, but I basically know it. Yeah.
Businesswoman from the city.
Businesswoman from the city gets stranded in the country. Handsome stranger finds her. They somehow fall in love despite all the odds, get to know townsfolk, and live happily ever after. And of course, it snows.
Love that cliche.
Exactly.
No, man, I absolutely hate it because I like watching movies.
Those movies. She loves them. She watches them all the time. It's
well, but to me, when I watch a movie, I don't want to know what the ending is.
I don't watch Saturday Night Live as a rule anymore, but I do still like a lot of the Christmas skits. And there is one where they have a Hallmark. It's like Scarlett Johansson is like a Hallmark movie girl, and like the three guys. Like I can't even really describe it. It's just really funny.
To be fair, I am not a romance movie person anyway. I don't mind a romantic comedy, but it's not my favorite. It's my least favorite genre. So, Maria, I hope I didn't kill your dreams. I still think you're a great person. Hit us with your Hallmark.
Oh gosh, no, it's not going to be a Hallmark. I'm gonna give my Hallmark movie, which is not actually from Hallmark, but it is. Yeah, it's like the super wholesomeness. But I'm gonna leave that for the honorable mentions because even though it is set in Christmas, I don't know. I have like a more Christmassy movie, which is Miracle on 34th Street.
I have never seen.
Which one do you like?
I haven't either.
The one with Matilda.
Okay.
That one.
I like that one.
Oh, you're talking about the reboot,
the newer one?
Yeah, the newer one. Yeah, from the 90s. I haven't seen the old one, but the old one, I'm pretty sure it's just as beautiful and very Christmassy. It's a movie about, finding faith and finding hope. Because we're talking about a little girl who has like no father, and all she wants is that like a family, and she wants to believe, so she gives this like Santa Claus a chance. So it's just a beautiful movie, and Santa Claus is like, I will live up to you, I will not let you down. So yes.
It sounds good. Like it does sound like a very really feels movie. I know it's a classic, movie. But I've never actually watched it.
So yeah,
it's worth a shot, definitely.
I will need to do that this season. Definitely. Well, okay, Dani, you're number one.
What is it?
What
could it be?
Wait, let me get a drum roll going.
Die Hard.
What?
Die Hard?
What? Die Hard?
Are you kidding? You're serious? Die Hard, your number one Christmas movie?
I can't tell if you're joking or not. Yes,
this indignation.
Okay.
Okay, Dani. So we have heard over and over again your defense for Die Hard being a Christmas movie, but nobody will answer this question for me. Okay, since you seem to be very adamant and passionate about this, what makes Die Hard a Christmas movie for you? Nobody will answer this question for me. They just keep saying Die Hard's a Christmas movie. Why? What did you
Run
say?
DMC.
What is
Run
that like?
Christmas time in Hollis, Queens.
Yeah.
Mom's cooking chicken and collard greens, macaroni and cheese burning on the stove. That's my favorite Christmas song of all time.
That is a good one. Okay, I thought we were speaking some kind of slang. I'm like, okay.
It's just okay. So not only is it about, there's this horrible thing happening at the Christmas party at Nakatomi Tower, but it's about this guy trying to get his family back.
Mm-hmm.
He's
that's
up and he's got a rough job, and it's hard. It's hard on him. It's bad for his health. Wonder how I can relate to this.
Right.
And he's doing everything he can, and even though the job he's got is hard on him and it's causing some of these problems with his family, he's like, well, I gotta make money. What do I do? Well, he's determined, and he comes out to LA to try and woo his wife back, and everything clearly does not go as planned. But throughout all of it, he realizes what's most important to him anyway. It's not necessarily the job, it's his family. He wants to be there for his kids and for his wife. So he ends up,
okay. I guarantee you that this is the absolute female take on this movie. I bet you, I guarantee you, no man is going to describe this movie that way. I guarantee it. What you said was beautiful.
A very interesting life, and I'm able to, I guess, look at things from a different perspective. Like, oh, that's sweet.
And I love it.
Air vents with bloody feet to save his
for the family.
So,
I will say,
he wants to save his family. That's so nice.
I will say the ending with everyone gathered around and in relief and everything's over and they hop in the limo. That feels very Christmas movie like. Honestly,
PD agrees with me. That was a very feminine take on.
I personally like the violence. That's what I like.
Well, have you
I'm not
been to
going
Black
to
Friday?
lie
I
too.
did one
Like
20 years ago, we'll never do it again. That was way more violent than Die Hard.
What's that?
And it's
which one? Which one?
But no, Rogue was trying to say that it's not a Christmas movie because Die Hard could have taken place during the 4th of July. It would have been the same movie. I said, well, it would have been very difficult to throw Hans Gruber off the Nakatomi Tower when you're outside barbecuing and watching fireworks. Saying.
But not impossible. Michelle, what were you saying?
Oh, I was going to say, adding to the feminine take on that movie. I mean, I really love the bromance, and like when they finally see each other again, and the fact that his through, like, you see the cop admit why he can't pull his gun anymore and why he's scared.
Yeah.
And then he does
it, overcome it at the end. It's a great moment.
It is.
I have never seen Die Hard.
Love,
You
overcoming obstacles and strife.
I mean, you guys know I'm not really a huge fan of watching movies that have pervasive language in it. So if somebody could get me, I don't have cable. I need somebody to get me the TV edition, which I've heard is far more hilarious anyway than the real.
There's some good stuff in it.
Because they have a compilation on YouTube of the different words that they used to fill in motherfucker.
Yeah.
One was like yippee-ki-yay, mushroom flower.
Melon farmer.
Yeah, melon farmer.
Yippee-ki-yay, mother lover.
I would love to watch this movie because I really enjoy Bruce Willis. It's a cult classic, and I love me some Alan Rickman. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
He is great.
He was wonderful.
Wasn't this his first movie or something?
I think it was his it was his breakthrough movie.
He had been in stage acting,
first,
but
major motion picture.
Yeah.
So, but
he's great.
Oh man,
he was
wonderful. He was wonderful.
Rest in peace. So Rhett, go ahead and tell us your last one.
My last one is Muppet Christmas Carol.
Oh, I remember that.
That is, I don't care what anybody says. That is my favorite Christmas Carol of all of them.
It is a very good one. Apparently, Michael Caine said that was his favorite movie he's ever done.
See, and that's he is so great in it because I heard somewhere that he told them that he was going to play it straight as possible, no goofing around with the Muppets, none of that. And he does. If you watch it, he is playing this like he is in a serious BBC production here, and I think it makes it so much better that way.
Yeah,
but the Muppets are cast perfectly in all the parts that they do. And the songs are so great in it.
Mm-hmm.
The Christmas present song that he sings, I sing along with that. I love it so much.
I love Marley and Marley because
that is great too.
Yeah.
That is
well,
a
that
great
was
one
gonna be
too.
one of my honorable mentions also. It's a great movie. Yeah,
I love it. It just it's that puts me right in the Christmas feels.
I will agree with that too. Again, being in the city with the snow, apparently that just does it for me. Michelle, since I know that you have to bounce pretty soon, because we're coming to the end of our first session there, why don't you go ahead and tell us what your final good feel Christmas movie is, and then go ahead and tell us what your negative one, what your bad feels is.
Oh gosh. Okay. So again, I'm not the biggest Christmas movie person, apparently.
What? But you're a beautiful female. How could you not be involved and love and adore every single Christmas movie?
I like some of them, but okay. So this movie, it's not good. It's not like a good movie, but I do find it funny. And anytime 4 Christmas is on, I find myself watching it. Like I go through all the different houses they go through, and pretty much it does make me laugh quite a bit.
Okay. I've never watched that one either.
Okay, yes. It's Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon, and they are both come from like divorced families, and they're scared of commitment at the beginning, and they're so scared of commitment that they always lie to their families and tell them they're going off on a missions trip or something for Christmas just so they don't have to see them. And then they get busted, like the cameras, like the news channel finds them, and their families know they're outed, so they have to go to their parents' house. And basically it's kind of them working through their commitment issues, basically, by kind of facing why they have them. But it is like really funny. Like if you like kind of Vince Vaughn's type humor.
I do like him, yeah.
Vince Vaughn is really funny in that movie. And Reese Witherspoon plays her role well too. But I mean, it's the other people. It's like their parents and their sisters. Like, oh, it's funny. It really is.
I was afraid it was another one of those gimmicky romantic comedies. So that's why I just shy away from it.
No, this is much more truly just a comedy that has a little love mixed in it.
Okay, that's down my alley. Okay, I'll have to check that out.
But it is like dumb humor, but like it genuinely makes me laugh.
I have to check that out. Was that your last positive one or your first?
That was my last positive one.
Okay, and what would you say is a movie that kind of removes, like, either has no Christmas spirit or removes the Christmas spirit from you?
One I never watched, and my niece likes it, but I've never watched it because it always kind of like was like ew when I saw it. What is Tim Burton's Christmas movie?
Oh, The Nightmare Before Christmas. I've never watched that either because it looks creepy. Like
it was just like not my bag, baby. As I just never went that route.
I love that movie, but I
love that one movie too.
My niece likes it. I've never seen it.
Funnily enough, don't consider it really a Christmas movie.
Really?
Okay.
No. Or a Halloween movie. I kind of split the difference. I watch it in the fall, like kind of between the two. But for me, like it's not Christmassy really to me, or all Halloween. I don't know. But I like it a lot.
Okay. I want to give it a go because the first time I tried to watch it, I got so bored by the first song, but I'm like, I need to really give this a try because people seem to love it. Stop motion and claymation aggravate me.
I will say
it sets my brain on fire. I have a really hard time watching.
I love stop motion.
I have a great appreciation for it, but I can't really watch the movie because in my mind, I'm trying to imagine what behind the scenes is with each little movement of the arm, and it hurts my brain.
I will say I like the movie, but some people have kind of made it into a personality trait. And that it's not that good. Like
it's not.
It's not good enough like to build your whole life around it.
This is true. It has like a cult following.
Yeah. Like it's good, but I mean, I can think of better Henry Selick stop motion
Right.
Well, since we're on you, Rhett, why don't you? We'll just go backwards here. Why don't you go ahead and tell us what your first bad vibes Christmas movie is?
The Polar Express.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Whoa.
I know where you're coming from. The book was better.
Well, the book. I mean, the book is. I mean, the book is just so simple. I mean, I understand they have to expand on it, but just it's the faces. It's
oh my
the
gosh,
faces.
they're soulless.
It's that Zemeckis, mocap thing.
Valley.
Yes, it's just past cartoony. It's not cartoony enough to be cartoony, but it's not human enough to be human. It's somewhere in the middle, and my brain just goes, I don't like it. The eyes are dead. I just don't like anything except the music. The music is great. I like the music in it, but I don't, the story doesn't do really anything for me. The voice acting is not great. I don't know. I just don't.
Ouch.
I don't vibe with, I'm sorry. I don't.
Yeah.
Now,
But
if you
fair.
listen
Not
to
fair.
Liam Neeson read the book, now
Oh,
talk about a
that's
magical
sweet.
experience. It's
with
amazing.
that voice? Wow.
And what's really funny though is that I live near this historic railroad museum, and they have there the train that they use as the model in the book and in the movie, and you can ride it every Christmas and go to this little village up in the north, like an hour north of town, and it's
sweet.
very cute. And we go on it most years, and it's so much fun. It's so adorable. But yeah, just don't actually care for the movie.
Yeah, it's cringy. What about you, Dani? We're going with 1 to 2, by the way. Just want to clarify.
1 to 2 movies.
I mean, really, this part was really hard for me because it's all pretty much. It's not even one specific movie. It's anything Hallmark, anything sappy, romantic. I met my man on Christmas. It just makes me want to vomit. I feel like
Oh my
anything
gosh.
Marvel puts out is way more believable and closer based in reality than anything about, Hallmark Christmas movie crap. Or anytime I see it, like Netflix has a new romance Christmas movie with Lindsay Lohan or something, and I will actually, even if I'm sitting there alone, I'll just there's an audible groan, like, oh my god, again, why do they think we need? Who watches this? Who watches?
A lot of people do. A lot of people do.
Like me.
I will say that we all watch movies, we all review movies, we all understand that Hollywood is draining the tank, or however they say that. I will say that I do understand why people watch Hallmark movies, in the sense that it's absolutely a feel good movie series that's never ending. But because I mean, I've seen some ladies on Twitter and stuff like that they love, like that Tug Life. She loves Hallmark movies, and people are like, why? And she's like, because it feels good. It always has a happy ending. It's almost like, why do we bother with Disney princess movies? We know how it's going to end, because it's a magical journey and they feel good. I think it's because we're adults now and we know that that's not realistic. We I don't know, has anybody else, many women, we go stand in the woods. I've seen parodies for this. This lady's like, I'm going to go to a town in Vermont and find me a man. And so she's like filming herself standing in a gazebo, and she got a cup of coffee, and she's like, I'm waiting. She's like, okay. She got a checklist. She's like, nope. So then she goes and finds her. So I need to go to a Christmas tree farm. So she goes to the Christmas tree farm, and she's like, hello, I'm right here. But I think people watch it because it just feels good. There's no sadness.
You know what they are? They're like the movie equivalent of like Kraft macaroni and cheese. It's not gourmet anything, but it gives you the warm feeling. You know exactly what's going to happen. You know exactly what you're going to get, and it still makes you happy. And you still like how you like it. So you know you're going to like it. So I think it's kind of like that. Which I can feel it. I just don't like romances in general. They make me
well,
cringe.
I'm going to be the oddball.
Go ahead,
here.
Maria, hit us.
Okay, with the one that I do not like, right? Yeah. I think my colleagues and my friends actually know what movie I'm going to say. It's technically a Christmas movie. And I hate it to the most despairing despairs. I cannot stand it.
Wow.
I run away from it. And actually, one of my like co-hosts from After the Weekend did it while I was on vacation, which is
Gremlins.
Exactly.
Oh. See, I love Gremlins, but I'm iffy about it being a Christmas movie too.
I do not like Gremlins
because of the goo, right?
Yes, the slimy goo little things like that.
You did that really well.
I'm a storyteller. Of course.
I was gonna say you're a storyteller.
See, I like the second one actually better than the first one.
Oh yeah,
because it's sillier, goofier, more cartoony, but definitely not no Christmas in that at all. But
so it's technically a Christmas movie. You know?
I guess it takes place at Christmas, and Christmas is part of the story, so I can see that. But
I do not.
They
like
learn
it.
a lesson.
I like the movie, but it's not in my Christmas rotation.
So the thing is that there's so many like Easter eggs in this movie. Like you watch it and then you say like E.T. phone. I was like, oh, it's E.T. You know, there is like so many things that you like. Oh, that they do cameos and like pop-ups and like references. So it makes it very, very like, you know, it's like people like it and watch it and stuff like that. I just don't like the little gremlins.
It takes the magic out of Christmas for you because it's icky.
Ugh.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I might get severely condemned for this one, but I used to like it and now I don't. Okay. That's because my church put this on as a Christmas play. And after seeing it over and over again, I'm like, this is a hateful film for children. Okay. There is a story of Christ in it, but it's hateful. Like I'll just bring it up. I no longer am a fan of Charlie Brown Christmas because while the story is good, that, you know, it's talking about commercialism and the real spirit of Christmas. And then Linus tells the story of Christ at the end of it, that Christmas is not about what, like the Grinch said, it's not about packages, boxes, or tags. Maybe Christmas means a little bit more. But these children are so mean to Charlie Brown. They are such bullies to him that like I said, I never realized it until I became the director of the Christmas play at our church this year. And I decided to do Charlie Brown Christmas. I'm like, yeah, it's be perfect for church. And all these people, when our person came in who was playing Charlie Brown, I had teenagers and adults mixed together. And they got to the part where they're like bringing in the Christmas tree and they're like, what's that? You blockhead Charlie Brown. Boy, are you stupid. I told you he couldn't do anything right. He goofs up anything he ever does. And I'm just like, okay, I don't like this movie anymore because they like Charlie. If you ever watch any of the other Charlie Brown movies, like the Thanksgiving and stuff like that, they all treat him like trash.
And there's no consequences for it. There's no comeuppance. They never apologize. He never says anything to stand up for himself, really. It's just kind of, they just mutually decide to just move on.
Except in the Thanksgiving, Peppermint Patty had Marcy apologize on her behalf.
Right. Right, which is typical.
So while I love the Peanuts gang, and Peppermint Patty is my favorite character, I was just like, the more I kept seeing it, I'm like, wow, this kind of sucks. So honestly, that is I'm surprised that it turned out that way, but it is what it is. Michelle, do you have time to let us know what your last movie that takes you out of Christmas?
Man, I was sitting here like this whole time trying to think like, what is it? And I think, I don't know. I can't even think of one because I don't watch enough of them. Like at this point, you kind of know what you like. Like, the movies I named, like I enjoy. I think Die Hard definitely is in the spirit of Christmas, but you know, things like that. But like bad movies, I don't even waste my time on. So I can't even really tell you.
Yeah.
Now, I've never watched a Hallmark movie, so I don't know how I feel about that. But bless you for liking them.
Right. We're inclusive here. If you like Hallmark, good for you.
I have no clue. It doesn't look like it'd be my cup of tea, but I don't know.
Looks like I'm the only one.
Yeah, you are, Maria. You're the only one, I think.
You still like me, right?
Well, I do, but that doesn't mean that I don't think less of you at the same time. I'm just kidding. No, I really, everybody has their preferences. I think Jupiter Ascending is a very underrated movie, but everybody else is like, it's a piece of trash. Okay.
We all have our things like that.
You can be wrong. I love Avatar. I'm going to be seeing it this weekend. I think it's going to be mesmerizing. Bite me. So,
wow.
All right. Let's see. So, Rhett, go ahead. And by the way, really quickly, and I know we could have just said, I don't feel like typing this out in the private chat, but Michelle, I know that you said at 10 you would need to head out. So if you do, it's no problem.
Well,
and
thank you, ladies, for having me on. Enjoy talking with you. And you guys have a awesome rest of the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Be sure to check out her channel down in the box below. You will enjoy her and her sister's takes on different movie trailer reactions. And
our next reaction is Natalie's first time watching Die Hard.
Oh,
all right.
That'll be really great. But thank you again so much for being here, Michelle. And I really appreciate you coming on. And it's been lots of fun.
Well, thank you. And Merry Christmas to you all.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you. Yes.
So let's see, who was it? Was it Rhett? Were you going next?
It was Rhett.
My other one that just gets me out of the feels is the Jim Carrey Grinch.
Oh
yes, I hate. Oh, why is that not on my list?
I don't know. I've been thinking about it. I've been racking my brain. I've never liked it, and it's not because like I like the old version. I don't, especially. It's fine, but I don't have any other ties to any other Grinch ones. It's just something about it just feels aggressive. Yeah. And it tonally, it doesn't hit right for me. It's like, it doesn't feel like it knows what it's trying to do. And it just, I don't know. It feels like, I just don't know. It feels just, it's too mean. It's too mean. I don't know. I don't get a lot of like heartwarmingness from it.
Exactly. It takes you out of the Christmas experience and you're watching a whole nother kind of movie.
Especially because it was so commercialized and merchandised and pushed. It was exactly the opposite of what it was trying to say. It just,
which maybe was the brilliance of it.
Maybe it was meta. I don't know. But that is just one. Like if it's on, I'm not gonna like turn it off. I don't keep my kids from watching and everything. But it's one of those things that's like I'm not gonna sit down and watch it.
It freaks me out. I'm glad you brought that up. That'll be in my honorable mention. I don't
honorable
like
trash.
Honorable. No, it's not even. No. I'm
not even honorable trash.
Okay,
oh wow.
I am honorable trash. Okay.
Wow.
The Grinch is deplorable trash.
Okay?
Ouch. That's right.
I like the dog.
Who doesn't love Max?
I love the dog.
Dani,
I will say the key party, the swingers party, that gets a laugh out of me. It does. That bit is funny, but and there's funny bits in it, but it's just as a whole, I don't know. It doesn't.
I mean, I can appreciate the work that went
absolutely.
into, but as far as it is not a movie that makes me feel Christmassy at all. Dani, what about you? What is your second one? Or first? Are we doing? I'm confused.
It's all those stupid romance movies. I can't think of anything else. I've not been able to. I just really don't like them. Like that's all we're supposed to care about.
So your first one was that Hallmark movie, and your second one was that other Hallmark.
The other Hallmark movie. Yeah. The ones with the princes.
And the one with Lindsay Lohan. I think I'm like operating on some kind of lag here. Like I'll try to say something, and I'm like, wait, someone else is talking. Are they talking? I don't know.
There is a wee bit of a lag, and I can hear you.
Okay, he's like, I feel like God, I'm such a butthole. I keep talking over people, but I don't.
No,
it's how it goes. It's what happens.
Well, there you go.
I don't like Polar Express either, and my kids would just really want to watch it. And I'm like, all right, go ahead, and then I'd wait 5 seconds and walk to my room.
I feel like the upcoming movie Megan was based off of the characters' expressions in Polar Express.
I think she's less frightening.
Yeah, she's a little bit cuter than those kids.
And a whole new issue for Asian.
Oh,
it coined Uncanny Valley. Just awful.
Dan here says, "Oh, sad Dani has a lack of romance in her life." She got herself a man. Hang on a second.
Yeah, she got herself a
man. Hold on.
Oh, she got to take a phone call or
I
something.
got
here.
plenty. Look at him.
There you
Look
go.
at
Oh
him.
wow. Okay.
For a second there, I was like, "Is that Ryan Kennel?"
I kind of thought that too.
You dating Ryan Kennel?
Wait, hold on. I got to because he shaved. And what's messed up is I got him a beard brush for Christmas.
And then he shaved?
Don't.
And he shaved.
No.
It was like, you've got to be kidding me, bro. And the funny part, the really funny part is that I contacted the company because I was like, hey, I never got that thing in the mail. And they're like, oh, we'll send you another one. So they shipped it. And then I got the first one. So I guess my son's getting a beard brush too.
And then watch him shave as well.
It's like gift to the Magi.
There you go. Wow. Okay.
Oh wow.
Just
manly man.
You can actually check out Dani and Dave with us when we talked about the James Bond series. Who makes for the best and the worst James Bonds? And that was an awesome discussion panel. We had the Capable Gentleman on. We had Rogue Attraction, the Maker. We had Mark with a C as an extra special guest. And I feel like I'm forgetting somebody, but we had a wonderful crew there. But Maria, what would you have to say for you?
The second one that I do not like. It's really hard because I really don't remember any. I really enjoy Christmas movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess one that I wouldn't watch because I feel it's not like the Christmassy vibe, even though it's a Christmas movie, would be Jack Frost.
Okay.
Oh, the one with Michael Keaton?
Yes.
Wow,
yes.
it's been a hot minute since I've watched that.
The concept of that just puts me right off.
Eerie.
So yeah, exactly. It's eerie. So you see like the poster, and you're like,
it's creepy looking. But
you think it's a snowman family movie, and it's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, no.
It's been a long time since I've seen that, but yeah, I can't really remember that giving me Christmassy vibes.
It's like a nice movie because he kind of comes back to his family. But he comes back as a snowman.
I never actually saw it. I mean, does he like move on at the end?
Yes, he does. He moves on. So
I don't want to see that.
I know, right?
It's like, so I guess I could say it's like a heartbreaking movie, more like creepy and eerie.
Yeah.
The one that I was thinking that was eerie was not with Michael Keaton. There was
the
another
horror movie. The horror movie.
I think I have a photo of it.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. I'm just going
They're
to.
They're easily confused. They look you're very easily confused, I think.
So I think I'm gonna share the screen. It's the middle one. I do not. Oopsies, wrong one. My bad. Hang on a second.
By the way, TV, look over here. I just remembered. I have my Deadpool sticker.
Oh, sweet.
There he is.
Okay, so there he is. It's the middle one.
Oh, that's from this. Isn't that from
Santa Claus 3?
Yes, that's the one with the Jack Frost.
Oh yeah.
So
okay, so I was off all the way.
So this is one, but I guess I know what you're talking about. And it's not my go-to, like definitely not my go-to movie. But that Jack Frost, I just look at him and I was like, ooh, it's like creepy, man.
It's creepy, man. I love that. Okay, so wow. I forgot about Jingle All the Way. I do like that movie. I like the Sinbad. This is off tangent. One of my favorite lines in that movie. He's dressed in that outfit and he's got, that covering that exposes his brain, right? And he's trying to like talk smack to Arnold Schwarzenegger. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to win. You know what? I'm going to get ahead of you because I got more brains than you. And you can see. It's
okay.
funny. But anyway, my last. Okay. I'm probably going to get heat for this too. Okay. The movie that is a beloved Christmas film all around the world, or at least in America, that I do not like and takes me out of the Christmas vibes is It's a Wonderful Life.
Me too.
Really?
Okay.
Me too.
Wow.
Because this movie is so much. I understand the principle of the movie. I totally get the story. As far as the allegory of the film, the plot itself, I think it's great. But this movie spends so much time being sad that I do not feel happy at the end when I watch this.
Okay.
I
happy it's over.
Like it.
Fair.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
Happy it's over.
It's over.
I have to say that I really like the movie because
I knew it. I knew Rogue was going to be like,
Rogue, I have to be on your. I'm with you with this one. It was going to be one of my honorable mentions, but the thing is that I don't feel like it's Christmas.
Yes.
For me, it's not a Christmas movie, even though it's set in Christmas. I really like the movie, but for me, it's like not Christmassy.
And maybe that would be it. If it was not supposedly a Christmas movie, then I could see it as a dark kind of drama.
Yes.
But
yes,
Christmas movies are supposed to make us feel good.
Yes, it's a good movie. It's well done.
You're on fire. You're on fire, Draymond, Tabitha.
I know.
It's a good, well done movie.
Right,
but it's just like it's just like bam, bam, sads everywhere you go, and it's like by the end you're just happy that you're not going to be depressed anymore.
And it doesn't help, of course, that it's in black and white. So the strong contrasts with so much darkness for the black and white, with the heavy emotions and the heavy plot. It's a lot, and I do not get happy vibes from this. Yes, I'm so glad that at the end of the movie he realized what he had, and we all should. But again, this does not bring me jolly, joyful feelings.
It's a sense of relief, not a sense of like joy.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
my mother loves it. She loves it. She loves. I think she loves every Christmas movie that's ever been made. So. Okay. So I get exposed to a lot of these ones that I don't actually care for, you know, when I'm at her house for the holiday or for visiting or whatever. So that's why I see a lot of them that I don't actually like.
Wait, what are you guys on? So look, Rogue, I think you can hear where I'm coming from. There just doesn't have a lot of jolly joyfulness to it. When I watch Christmas movies, I want either an adventure or I want happiness, but not on a cringe level. Canelli Squash is like, this one hurts. I knew it. Sorry, guys. You know, if you watch Girls Night often enough or our reviews,
you gotta tell the truth. You gotta tell the truth.
That was a little bit controversial.
So yeah, I just gotta say I do like the movie. I really like the movie. I will watch it several times, but for me, I know it's a Christmas movie, Dan.
Yeah,
I know I can see the comment, but
it is a Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas movie, but I just don't get the Christmassy vibe because
I mean, Jacob Ironside makes a very valid point. You could say the same thing about Christmas Carol, but for some reason, Christmas Carol has. But see, the thing is, Christmas Carol has humor to it. So while it's dark, it still has humor, and it's a difference. It's talking about the past when he had it. You know, Scrooge isn't trying to end his life. They are trying to show him what he has and what he could have, and if he doesn't change his ways, what he won't have. It's a Wonderful Life. This guy is struggling with depression the whole way through.
And another point that was given in the comments before was A Family Man, which is another. I really like that movie. It's a wonderful movie, and I never thought of the contrast. Like it would be like a kind of a remake of A Wonderful Life. But
we're gonna have boys' night tomorrow.
Boys' night. I thought Die Hard was going to be controversial. This is the hot take of the year.
I know, right?
Right?
This is what I love about Girls' Night, though, when the guys come and they listen to the girls' take, and it's all over the place. You never know because we're all different. I mean, shots fired. Go watch our cringe manly movies.
Yes, I was going to say that.
Oh, yeah.
That was rough. Rhett, you need to go watch that one.
I will have to go watch that. That sounds spicy.
Oh,
I think it was the first one I did.
Yeah. It was. We had to constantly remind the guys, we love men. We love masculinity. We're not hating on masculinity. We're just like, come on, this is a ridiculous movie. But anyway, ladies, we will have to move on. So we're going to just really quickly, rapid fire, do our honorable mentions. I'll go ahead and go first. My good honorable mentions, and I'll couple them together. I was going to list A Christmas Story and Christmas Vacation, but since that was already done, I do have to list Mickey's Christmas Carol and the Muppets Christmas Carol because I grew up with those. And so while I love the story as well, it also has a strong nostalgia factor for me. I would have to say I kind of prefer Mickey's Christmas Carol over Muppets, but they're just about even. It's almost just kind of like this because they're so beautiful. And then as far as the negative ones, I was going to, because most Christmas movies are either boring or they're fun, right? And so it's kind of hard. But I will have to say Polar Express was definitely on my list of my negative ones. I don't get Christmas vibes from this movie. And I also Elf was on my positive one. It's a stupid, silly movie, but it's happy. It's happy, joyful. Love and I notice a reoccurring theme that I tend to like movies that take place at Christmas time in the city. I don't know why, because I'm not a city girl, but that's just something for me that I somehow gravitate to anyway. So
every time the sleigh takes off, when it finally when James Caan sings and the sleigh finally goes, it's heartful.
Maria, what are your
honorable mentions? Well, I think I was gonna say A Wonderful Life, even though I do not have the Christmas vibes, and I know this is controversial. Everybody else does not like it on this panel, but I do. And this is going to be extremely controversial for this panel, and that is Princess Switch. So
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, so this is a Vanessa Hudgens movie. Yes, I knew it. So this is completely cliche, cheesy. Girl finds the prince, literally the prince, on Christmas, like the Christmas days before, and they both fall in love. So yes, totally Harley Quinn romance.
Okay.
But it's just such fun movie, and it's actually the Prince and the Pauper, but in princess version, and she is just gorgeous. And he is such,
Of course he is.
So actually both, because they both like the two characters, like the two Vanessas, they do fall in love with the
two Vanessas. This totally sounds like a soap opera.
So I love that movie. I just watched it. I would watch it again. It's funny, it's wholesome, it's brainless. But yeah, that would be my honorable mention.
Do you have any negative honorable mentions?
Like I said before, and Muppets Christmas Carol is another honorable mention. It's beautiful.
Of course.
I grew up with that also. So negative I can't say that I have. I've not watched Polar Express because of the vibes that I got and from the reviews that I like kind of read before that, and it felt like this ain't it. This ain't it. Now there's one Nutcracker movie that I watched that I did not like. Which was the last one?
The newer one?
The newer one, yes.
Yeah, I didn't really like that.
I love the Nutcracker, like I said. It's like my second favorite thing in Christmas. But this movie, it's just
too much CGI.
Yes. Yeah,
it's kind of lifeless because everything is fake.
Yes. So I tried to avoid that one. But I know people who liked it.
Yeah, I mean, again. So Dani, what are your honorable mentions?
Well, first,
if you have any. Oh, okay.
What?
And I do like both of them, so I'll lump both of them together. But it reminds me of when I was a kid. Not just watching the movie and remembering when I watched it when I was a kid and how obsessed I was with it.
Okay.
But just the old appliances and stuff and the cars. It's super nostalgic. It's like, I remember those things. And how they worked and how they looked so cool back then.
You're kidding me, right?
Dani don't kid about her movies. Okay.
No, I'm not kidding. It's a Christmas movie. It was a Christmas present. And then they realized it's not really the gift that matters because that gift almost killed everybody.
Exactly.
Right. The perfect Christmas story, for real.
Okay, fine.
But those
this is extremely controversial.
Christmas is.
I need some hugs. Sorry.
Yeah, get some hugs from Horatio over there. Rhett, what would your
then Elf. We have to watch Elf every year.
Okay.
Love Elf. And I have a new one, thanks to Mr. James Gunn. Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special.
That was good. Yes,
I want to see it so bad.
I would like
Oh,
to make that a
good.
yearly tradition.
So good.
It's so good.
It's really good. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm watching
Introducing
it.
Kevin Bacon for the first
I
time.
know.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
I'm all about it.
I was a little nervous at first about it. You want to come
We
say
all
hi?
were.
Oh, I got to see this.
We all were.
You
No,
too?
it was. I
She's
would
gonna
like
say
to
hi
make
to
that
you
a
for
new
this.
family tradition. Like watch. It was that good. It definitely got the feels for sure.
Well, that's kind of all I care about. So,
Rhett, what would be your rapid fire honorable mentions?
mine would be it. It's from the '80s. It was a TV special. It's called The Christmas Toy, and it's Jim Henson. So it's the Muppets.
Oh,
and it's like
okay.
Toy Story. The toys come alive when the kids are when no one's around, and they have to. The one toy thinks that he's the Christmas gift every year because he thinks he's that great. He doesn't understand Christmas. He's got a big head and he thinks he's the favorite toy. So he tries to get himself back under the tree, but you're not supposed to do that. So other toys have. It's just a short little thing, but it's very, very cute. It was one of the ones that I used to watch all the time when I was a kid.
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, nostalgia plays a huge part.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
in Christmas movies for sure. Do you have any negative rapid fire
I don't
honorable
know
mentions?
if I want to say. They're
Say
going
it,
to tear
say
me
it.
apart.
Say it.
The Santa Claus.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Right.
What was it again?
I don't have any good reasons for it. I don't. For some
Right.
reason, it just doesn't vibe with me.
What was
I
the
just
movie? I
recently
didn't hear you.
Santa Claus.
The Santa
Tim
Claus.
Allen.
Oh,
Like
I
the Italian
agree.
one?
I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
I like it, but it's a movie I don't mind watching. I like it, but
Yeah.
it kind of does get really cheesy at the end. I'm currently reviewing the Santa Clauses on Disney Plus. In fact, I'll be over on Rogue Attractions channel tomorrow night as we're going to dissect the TV show. So be sure head over his channel if you'd like to hear my thoughts on this show. But I will say that it doesn't really create a lot of Christmassy vibe, probably because it's in the suburbs. It doesn't take place in the city. But
Forget it.
forget it. Is it even Christmas in the world? But I like it, but it doesn't. Yeah, it's entertaining, but it doesn't stir up Christmas
It
vibes.
doesn't offend me. I won't turn it off. I won't walk away. But it's just not one that I would pick to watch. It just doesn't put me in the Christmas mood.
Oh, my stars and
kind of one of
garters!
those-
It's Tam. Darn it! Where is Danella? False advertising. Hey, this is girls' night. We don't do that. But okay, well, excellent show, ladies. As we know, on girls' night, I like to hit us with a special bonus question.
Oh,
So
I'm
I'd like
getting
you to
nervous. Okay.
prepare yourself as we are starting to close down this show, and I'm just going to hit you with this. Okay, give you some time to think. This might be difficult for some, might be easy for others. Whew. We're gonna see how it goes. Oh, she's hydrating. It's important to stay hydrated. So let's go. And then I'm gonna talk to our crowd while we're getting that started. So, bonus question of the night. We talked about movies that get us in the Christmas spirit, movies that take us out of the Christmas spirit or generate none. But what song needs to be played for Christmas? Otherwise, it ain't Christmas. What song do you have to hear at Christmas time? Otherwise, it is just not Christmas for you. And I will let you ladies think about that while I talk to our people over here. And I just want to say thank you so much, everybody, for coming out tonight and watching Girls Night. I know I've got a different background and no fancy swag, no fancy lights in here. But the thing about it is that while it might not be top quality background, we try to bring you top quality content and hope that you've enjoyed this special Christmas edition of Girls Night. We try to host it every other month with some amazing panelists, however you word that. But we hope that you've enjoyed. Please feel free to leave us a like if you've made it this far in the show and you enjoyed it and want to see more of it. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming episodes. We go live every Tuesday and Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do movie reviews, we do Rumble reviews, and we like to sprinkle in some trailer reaction videos for your pleasure, so you don't want to miss that. So ring the notification bell if you haven't. And if you're looking for different ways to support the channel, you can check out the description box down below. Not only can you find links to all of our amazing guests yes to Dani, to Maria, Rhett, and Michelle, and her sister Natalie. But you can also find my channel as well, where I do artwork. But you can find different ways to support the channel. You can head to our website at www.insidethebooth.tv.com/shop to get you some merch. You also hit us up on Patreon, where you can support us for as little as $1 a month. And we appreciate all of our patrons that help us create the content here so we can give you some viewing pleasure. But for now, we're going to head back and see what everybody's thoughts are. My bonus question of the evening was, what song needs to play around Christmas time in order for it to be Christmas for you? And I'm going to go ahead last, and I'm going to let Rhett go first, and we'll make our way around. Okay. Go ahead, hit us.
So for me, it's That's What Christmas Means to Me, with either Stevie Wonder version or Hanson version.
Okay. I don't think I've heard the Hanson version. Okay.
Both good. Either one. That's what Christmas means to me, my love. That one.
That's what Christmas means to me, my love.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not a good singer, but you've got it.
I was trying to be the background vocals. Okay. So is there a reason?
Nope.
No.
I just like it.
Feels good.
They played an Elf, and that's just my
go-to song.
Vibe song. It's just my vibe song.
All right. Well, Dani, what about you?
It's Christmas time in Hollis Beans. Mom's cooking chicken and collard greens.
She is all about that die-hard life. Like,
I freaking love that song. It's a great song. I love Christmas in Hollis.
I'm kind of surprised you didn't show up with like a Santa hat, bald cap, if that's possible, just to represent like Bruce Willis. I know he's not bald in that movie, but just because that's like a signature. It's like a signature look that he has. Exactly.
I did
know.
make a Christmas ornament though that looked like John McClane in the vents. He gets it.
Okay.
So he looks like he's crawling out of the tree.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's looking like
I love it.
I've seen
it was
those.
all 3D.
Maria, what song do you need to hear played on the radio or at home in order for you to feel like Christmas?
It's really hard to choose. I have like 3.
Go ahead, rapid fire, hit us.
Okay, so the first one is obviously Sugar Plum Fairy from Nutcracker. Then Carol of the Bells.
Yeah,
I like the epic edition of that.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so absolutely necessary. And then I'm going to just go with this one, Under the Mistletoe,
from Justin Bieber.
Yeah, Justin Bieber. Actually, I really like that song. What? Yeah, it was like so cute when I heard it. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like so cute. I know, totally off the chart. And I know it's very controversial, but then again, this is a very controversial stream.
She over here doing Hallmark movies and Justin Bieber. Maria, how old are you?
Do you really want to know?
Maria's like the total opposite of me. She's like polar opposite.
It's funny because and this is, again, everybody likes what they like. And sometimes we have a perception of people like just based on different movies that Maria likes and things that she enjoys. I am totally shocked by this, shocked and maybe a little shook at this information.
But like I said, I like so many. I have so many favorites.
Sure.
So yeah, it's like Let It Snow, like TD, and like I just can't.
There are so many, but there are some that are just like really near and dear to our
hearts.
But
I can't, like, for example, I can't stand the
12 Days of Christmas.
Look, even
the Mariah Carey one. I'm sorry, no.
R2 has died in the chat. Okay, all right. I'll go ahead and go. This is not my top, but I do love. I'm one of those people. I love Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas Is You" just because it's a fun. It's not so much about the words. It's more about I like the beat.
So many times.
I like it.
I think it's
Thank
a fun dance
you, Dani.
song.
Thank you, Dani.
I also don't work retail anymore.
Right.
I
think that makes a difference too, how much you hear it.
Exactly.
Maria, you choose Justin Bieber. I'm allowed to choose that.
No. But you hear Mariah Carey all over the place. Justin Bieber's not that popular.
I don't go anywhere, honestly.
Well, I think that might be the difference. I work from home. I shop from home. And so I don't hear it as often. So I might hear it on the radio or I might hear it. So for me, it's not, But so for me, it ain't Christmas. Okay. It ain't Christmas until I hear, I'm going to bring her up again, my girl, Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers bring Christmas to Remember. I need to hear this song. And I get legitimately upset when I don't hear it on the radio. So thank God for YouTube, because their vocals together for a Christmas song is just beautiful. And I have a new favorite, which would be Merry Christmas by Elton John and Ed Sheeran. They've just come out with that. If you haven't heard that song, it's brand new, and it is a beautiful, fun, happy song. Okay. And that's what I love about like some of these Christmas music types. You know, just I just love. Tim says it ain't Christmas without Aaron Carter. Well,
you're out of luck, pal.
It is now. Sorry,
Dolly Parton is a global treasure.
She's a global treasure, and
absolutely, she should be protected. Wrap her in bubble wrap,
and just stick her on the shelf and adore her. But yeah, so Ed Sheeran, Key Witness asks Ed Sheeran and who? Ed Sheeran and Elton John just did a song together called Merry Christmas. Look it up, super fun song. And there's this one line in there that I really like that says, and I'm paraphrasing because I don't have the song memorized, but basically it says, I know this year may have been rough. I know it's basically it's may have been a rough year, but for now, Merry Christmas, everyone. Let's look to the future. And I think it's a perfect kind of song to bring as we're still, I mean, it seems so far away, but 2020 wasn't that long ago, and some of the after effects of different things that happened. And so to me, this was like a beautiful song to sing. It's happy, it's positive, it's hopeful, and it's fun. So yeah, but I've got to hear me some Dolly Parton at Christmas time. I will even take Hard Candy Christmas, but it's gotta be
actually Dan has hit another home spot with me, Bing Crosby's White Christmas.
Nah, I'm okay. I like hearing it, but it doesn't.
I'm not fussy. There's I would say there's probably 3 Christmas songs that I cannot stand and will not listen to, and everything else is fine.
I love.
What do you guys feel about Elvis'
He's like,
Blue Christmas?
Wait, there it is. Let's not look back to the future. Tim is great.
See, for me, it's any version of Santa Baby.
No.
Get it out.
I cannot stand Madonna's version of that. Eartha Kitt or bust.
Even Eartha Kitt. No, I can't stand it. It just
I mean, it's not my favorite song. I don't like it, but if I'm gonna have to listen to it, I want it to be
I suppose so. I
want it to be Eartha.
I don't like the one Mommy. I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus. I do not like that, for example.
But ladies, we're going to have to wrap this up. Excellent show. Thank you so much for being here. This is the last girls' night of 2022. And it's been an awesome year, and meeting new people like Rhett and Michelle, and hanging out with old people like Maria. And
what can we say? We're old school.
Watch it, lady.
I'm just kidding. You guys know, I think you guys are fantastic. Always a pleasure to have you on the show. And
it's always nice to be here. Thank you so much for inviting us, Tabitha.
Yes,
it's always a pleasure.
This was a lot of fun.
I always love spending time with you.
I am myself something of a natural I said natural treasure. I meant natural. I am natural, to be fair. I mean, this is fake here, but I just painted on.
I like it. You all have this makeup game like to a T, and all my skills are to get me to like a base level. So.
You look I think
I have some recommendations for you then.
Right. Follow Comics and Cosmetics. Follow Maria at After the Weekend and Unlocking Lore. And be sure to follow Rhetorical Thrill as we all talk about pop culture and all of that wonderfulness. But until next time, everybody, have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year and all the holidays that you
have a good night. Try not to ogle my caboose as I walk away.